And Daybreak is on the road this morning live in Leander.
A suburb just north of Austin was actually the fastest growing city in the country between 2018 and 2019. And Rob and Yvonne are out there now. You guys have had an eventful morning. A lot going on there in Leander.
Most definitely a lot going on. And we have the mayor, we have Christine DeLisle, the mayor of Leander, here joining us. And I know that you served as councilwoman for about 3 years. Now this is your first term as mayor, right?
Yes, it is.
Speaking of the growth, you've seen the progression here of the city. Tell us more about what you have noticed throughout the years.
Absolutely. I moved here in 2010, and back then we were more of an itty bitty town, about 30,000. And I remember at the time everybody was talking about how we were growing because 30,000 seemed so much bigger than where we were in the 90s, right? And since then we've just seen this nonstop growth because Leander is the place to be. And so now we are proudly at about 82,000.
You say this is the place to be. Why is that? Why are so many people year over year just coming and coming and coming?
It is the best place to raise a family. You've got this small town feel, a great school district, beautiful parks. I know you had our parks director on earlier talking about Lakewood Park and all of the wonderful festivals. It is just the most idyllic place to raise your family.
Speaking of growth, with growth comes growing pains. I mean, that definitely does happen. Let's talk about the water situation.
Sure. Water is a struggle for every community in Texas and a lot of them across the country, and we're no different. We've invested a ton of money in our infrastructure, and all of that takes time, so we're doing what we can to stay ahead of it. We do have a repair that needs to happen on our pipeline later this month, so we are asking residents to conserve, to cut out the usage that they don't necessarily need for just a couple of weeks, and to just cut back and stick this out together because everybody is in this, every community in Central Texas. And if there's something we know about Leander, it's that connected feeling exists here and looking out for your neighbors and each other. And we have no doubts that everybody's going to pull together and get through the repair, and we're going to be in a really good position on the other side.
And the home prices here are somewhat more affordable than they are just 10, 15 miles south of here. Somewhat.
That's debatable. that's not what I hear from our residents.
Believe me, I know. We've all been trying to buy houses everywhere. It's
definitely more affordable than Austin.
Right.
But you get a ton of value, and there's a number of different neighborhoods. So we've got a range of values, which is great. We're able to welcome everybody, whether you've got a huge budget or a more moderate budget. You can find something in Leander.
Great views too of the hill country and parts like Treviso and those areas.
Absolutely, it's amazing. It's a hidden gem.
And going back, I just want to ask again, with the water situation, as far as where do you all get your water sources from?
Lake Travis.
Okay, Lake Travis. And so what you're asking for, how long is this time period to ask residents to conserve water?
So we're asking for about 3 weeks, and that's giving us some time to sort of make sure that we have our water usage where it needs to be before we get into the repair, so we don't run into any problems. But we anticipate about 2 weeks on the repair, but you know how construction is. Every once in a while you get in there and you find something else. There's some sort of hiccup. So we don't want to say a firm date of when it's going to be done, but band together, we're going to keep everybody updated as things go on so that people are aware and feel involved and informed.
Thank you so much. And by the way, we're at the Municipal Hall here for Pat Bryson, the first female mayor in Leander. You're the second, so got to brag on you just for a bit here.
We are bucking the trend, absolutely. There's not a whole lot of us.
I love that. I love to see that.